Hey guys, Skittlerampage here. Welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So today I wanted to go over Winter Convention 2025 Funko Pop reveals and how the con is not looking too great so far. Now, if you're unaware of what Winter Convention is, it's basically CCXP for us here in the United States because CCXP is normally over in Brazil. It's a big Comic-Con or convention over there essentially. And I guess Funko wanted to bring it over here too and do something small for us too, to give us access to the exclusives as well. So they just do it as like an online event as well as some shared retailers. So that's why over here it's called Winter Convention, because it's usually happening in the winter, in this case December, most likely this year, next month. Now I'm not sure if you remember, but our first ever Winter Convention was back in 2022. As you can see, it says United States Brazil Comic-Con Winter 2022 Shared Retailer Exclusives. So these were all the exclusives that we got this year. This included some Funko sodas like Arwen there. They were shared with Barnes & Noble Books A Million. We had an Entertainment Earth exclusive Hawkman soda, excuse me. Then we also had Chalice getting a My Hero Academia exclusive. FYE got Hush there. GameStop got Ulquiorra from Bleach. Hot Topic got Jack the Ripper. Amazon got cool DC exclusives of Raven and Black Adam, and Funko.com got specific exclusives like the Luffy Thousand Sunny, which was a big exclusive that year, Star Wars, Simpsons. Target got the alligator eating Loki's hand, as well as Summon Skull, Spider-Man over at Walmart, Joker at Target, and then Jim Hawkins there. So back in 2022, they had a decent exclusive lineup for sure, you know, Thousand Sunny probably being the most sought after out of all of those. And yeah, that's basically what it was. It was kind of like a Comic-Con that was overseas that they just brought here. Now, apparently this year with them bringing Winter Convention back, we're expected to get a very small amount of exclusives, around 5 to be exact. Now, they could always add more exclusives if it's not indeed only 5. I'll let you guys know, but at the moment it is expected to be around 5, and we do actually have looks at every single one today. The first one being Boa Hancock here that I showed you the other day. This features her with the snake around her where she's kind of sitting on it in a different dress, so she does have a different look technically, but it also matches the previous one that we got with the snake and all that. So basically it's a decently similar boa, but obviously this is the better variation. For a One Piece exclusive, it's really cool. It's a really cool mold, and usually they're doing One Piece Con exclusive, so I'm not really surprised, though I wish it was a different character. And again, I think it's a really cool boa mold. Boa's a really cool character, but I just think going with a different character would have been better, in my opinion. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this boa and if you plan to pick it up. I'm still debating. I have the original Boa Hancock signed in my collection. I never bought the Funko Shop one, part of the Marineford series set, so I don't know, maybe once I see this out of box, maybe it'll convince me. It is a Pop Premium too. Now, these other 4 exclusives we got first looks at today, spotted over from somebody in a Facebook group. So this first one is Batman Flashpoint here. So technically we actually already have a Flashpoint Batman. If you didn't know, it was an old Hot Topic exclusive. So this is basically just a revamped, different version essentially, and you know, updated, which is not bad. I think it looks pretty cool. I would like to see it out of box as well. And I would say this one and Boa are definitely the better exclusives of the ones that we have. So the next one is Harry Potter on the broomstick. And I'm like, why? We just got another Harry Potter 2 with Hedwig as a Walmart exclusive the other day. And I'm just like, did we really need another Harry Potter pop? Come on, man. Like, can we get a different, like something unique here, not just Harry Potter again on the broomstick? Like this is so boring. I'm sorry, it's just so boring. Next one, Miles Morales Vibranium Suit. Now, who doesn't love Miles? Miles is a cool character. I like Miles. I like Spider-Man. I like all the other Spider-Men in the Spider-Verse. But, you know, even if we got Peter Parker or just another Spider-Man, I still would have been like, come on. There are so many other cool Marvel characters to do too, and you gave us Miles and the Vibranium suit. And I actually don't even think this looks that good, personally. Like, I don't really care much for this suit. It's okay to me, but I wonder if it's metallic, though, given it's a Vibranium. It doesn't look metallic here, but maybe out of box it will. Like, it's not the worst Spider-Man mold out there, but it's not my favorite, personally. And the final Winter Convention exclusive that we have looks at today includes Pirate Stitch. Another Stitch. I'm pretty baffled that 4 out of 5 of these exclusives here, we already have like 30 or 40 of each of them. Maybe not Miles. Miles probably in the 20-30 range, but still, it's like, This is the best we could come up with for a con. And I get it, it's a smaller con, so I wasn't expecting anything like, oh my gosh. But look at 2022. We got Luffy, Thousand Sunny, that was a huge mold. We got other cool characters like Hush, and plenty of other cool exclusives in there. And then we get to 2025 when we're supposed to be turning things around, doing cool exclusives. And basically they're supposed to be making things that will sell. But we get a bunch of repeat characters, literally. And I'm not saying it's a problem to get newer molds of different characters like the Flashpoint Batman. Again, I think it's a good one. And Boa is also a nice, really cool premium mold, but Harry Potter wasn't needed, Stitch wasn't needed, and this Miles Morales wasn't needed, at least at this event. I think if it's doing Comic-Con, it should be something very unique and special, and these just aren't it to me. Seriously, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not just trying to sit here and make a video just complaining and be like, oh my gosh, everything about this sucks. But when you really look at this, it just feels like very sloppily put together. It feels like they just threw a bunch of random exclusives they had in the pipeline in there and like, hey, do something with this. We need to do something for this event. We need something to sell. So just slap stickers on the most random things you can find. That's what this feels like. This doesn't really feel like there was any creativity or thought put behind this by any means. And when you consider that we only have, if it's true that we only had 5 exclusives this year and the previous Comic-Con had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 1/3 of the exclusives for this winter convention versus 3 years ago. I don't really know why they went more limited on the exclusives, maybe because the last ones didn't really sell it well. And that's actually something I should have mentioned. I'm not saying their exclusive choices as back in 2022 were absolutely perfect, because a lot of those just went straight to clearance and nobody really wanted a majority of them, or maybe they just produced too much stock of them, because there were some decent things in there, but they still sat on shelves. What I'm really hoping is if there's in fact only 5 exclusives to choose from, is that they didn't make like a surplus of stock for these, and they didn't make them in the 20,000s. Hopefully they made them 10,000 and under, so they actually do move decently. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I had to say about these winter convention exclusives for 2025. CCXP actually takes place between December 3rd and December 7th next month, so maybe that's when they'll drop those exclusives, or maybe they'll do it after. We don't have exact release details just yet. Now, like I said, these are the 5 exclusives we know of so far, but I did hear that there may only be 5 exclusives total this year. If that changes and we get some more first looks, I will let you guys know. But even if there is more coming, I'm kind of scared to see what it might be, because these 5 so far aren't the strongest choices. But let me know what you guys think about these exclusives. Is there anything here that you want to pick up and add to your collection? Do you think it's lackluster? Do you like the selection? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, though, that wraps up this video. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to go ahead and end off the video by saying a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon and Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure to follow me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page, so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.